Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the Post-Apocalyptic News Radio, your only source for the latest goings-on, little corner of the post-apocalyptic wasteland we call home. Our top story tonight: trees, forests, and rumors. More on that later tonight. For now, tomorrow's weather report. Sunny skies are ahead of us, raising our temperatures to a toasty 27 degrees Celsius as our high, but coming down to 26 tonight. Wind speeds are picking up to 9 kilometers per hour. We can expect to see relative humidity at 10%. Remember to stay indoors if you can, and drink water when you can find it. Moving on to more pressing matters. Let's talk survival. More accurately, let's talk survival cooking. More specifically, let's talk quality survival culinary. Most of us haven't had a decent meal since the world ended, living off the scraps of the world past, or risking contaminated meat hunted from our new furry friends. Often bland or bitter, these meals leave us wanting. However, thanks to a kind soul traveling the wastes, I know a few things you can do to better your meals. We are going to talk about water again, only because there are some among you who still don't quite get it. But this time it's about seawater. While the Fathom can breathe and take on seawater, humans and mechmen cannot. For the mechmen, it is obvious. The distilled water you need is free of contaminants, of stuff and particles. Seawater will ultimately destroy you. It is not so different for Virman and Weefmen alike. The water there will be a curse. Every drop that hits your gullet will siphon more, fueling your thirst. Not only this, but your kidneys cannot handle what lies in this water. By consumption of this water, they will die. And when they do, you too will die. In other words, to quote an old story, water, water everywhere, and all the boards do shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. We're going to take a break, just a few advertisements before we continue. When we come back, letters from home. Do you need water? Is your thirst so great that it cannot be quenched? Come to Stillwater Stills, where deadly water is made fresh. Naturalist seeking assistant. Interested person should see me at Fenwick Inn between Soul Rock and Sand Hill. And we're back with more of the latest. Families, friends, and loved ones have all been separated by the vast wasteland. Our mailing services are unreliable, facing the dangers of the wastes alone. They risk their lives that we are not forgotten or estranged. By popular harassment, we're closing that distance. Stay tuned for letters from home. This letter is from Diedrich Lemons, addressed to PANR. To read for one Jordan, no last name. The letter reads, I saw your poster. You're trying to sell mead. No idea how to contact you because someone ripped off the address you listed. I'm very interested. Please find me in Vermouth. I'll be at the fish stand. I hope you are listening, Jordan. You've got a customer. If you have a letter you should like read on air, contact us via mail with your name and the person you're reaching out to. Moving on. The world outside has changed. The environment has grown cruel and harsh. Water and food have become prized commodities, and all the creatures we once knew have had to adapt. Some are kind, some strange, many monstrous. Let's discuss our new wasteland fauna. The meat mite is a microscopic parasite. It lives on raw and undercooked meats in hopes to be eaten. Once inside, they move on to their next stage of life. When exposed to your stomach's environment, the mite goes through a process of metamorphosis, becoming a sort of flatworm that lives in your intestines, consuming your intestines slowly over time. Feeding on them allows the flatworm to have enough energy to lay eggs. After laying the eggs, the parasite continues to feed, not to lay more eggs, mind you, but to kill its host. Counterintuitive, I know, but in the wild they seek to live in carrion birds, and scavenger animals, for which the host must die. If you've been infected, a telltale sign is a crippling pain in your gut. The cure is very simple. A small amount of ethanol is enough to kill the worm and its eggs. So do be careful and cook your meat well. Moving on. It's no secret that this world is a dangerous place. People have grown desperate and taken to helping themselves to your stuff when you're least prepared. Stay ready. Stay informed of the latest reported bandit movements. We have an update regarding the Skiv and the FDN. The pursuit led the FDN ships to a small island, where they were accosted by a great many fathom. Seemingly, this island was a haven of some sort. Whether it's their home, a bandit island, or the Skiv is a much larger group than previously thought, we do not know. But the pond was lost in this battle. Rat 7, after taking heavy damage, fled. The FDN have marked the location on their official maps. See your local representative for this information. But with that, it's time for our top story tonight. Deep in the stone hills east of Mill, a lush, verdant forest hides. Several travelers have described this place with rivers, ponds, and waterfalls. It's filled with animals from the world that was, and foods once lost, including bananas, pineapples, and figs. This place has been named the Stone Forest for its location, but remains a rumor. One Cole Hart, a naturalist, has endeavored to find this forest and return with irrefutable proof of its existence. More than that, he will take charge of its protection to save it from those among us who would exploit this jewel of the Wasteland. But with that, I'm afraid we're out of time. I should like to thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all the very best. And if you are truly out there, good luck.